Chapter 904, They're Here, 1, This is too terrifying. The Scorching Sun sect master said in horror when he saw the situation below. Could it be that what that senior said was true? Yao Jin could not help but narrow his eyes when he saw the scene before him. He could sense that if one did not have extremely powerful strength, they would definitely not be able to escape this abyss. Uncle Master, the leader of the Starry Sky sect, was right. This mystic realm is really too dangerous. At this moment, the people from the Yaoling sect who came with Yao Jin could not help but tremble as they spoke. He looked at the huge abyss in front of him. They could feel a strong sense of fear. You brats just lack training. What's there to be afraid of? However, Yao Jin said with a straight face after hearing these people's words. Although he also admitted that the sect master of the Starry Sky sect was right, he did not want to lose face in front of the juniors of his sect. Therefore, he reprimanded these people. Zong. Sect master, many of our sect's people have fallen. The people from Scorching Sun sect who came with the sect leader of Scorching Sun sect also said in horror. What's there to be afraid of? With the people from the Yaoling sect following us, we definitely won't lose too much. Although the Scorching Sun sect master was also very flustered, he did not say much when he saw Yao Jin's serious expression. Meanwhile, in the Starry Sky sect, it actually caused such a huge commotion. It seems that Senior is right. That place is really very dangerous. Fortunately, I didn't rashly go forward. The sect master of the Starry Sky sect, who was far away, also felt the earth-shattering commotion. He looked in the direction of the Star One mystic realm and muttered. Our sect master is just a coward. What danger is there in that commotion? Now, all the good things had probably been snatched away by others. The elder of the Starry Sky sect, who was standing far away, could not help but comment softly when he saw their sect leader's reaction. This elder had originally wanted to support the Myriad Swords Peak Master to become the sect master. However, he did not expect that the Myriad Swords Peak Master would be so disappointing that he actually could not win against Taoist Master Wanshou. I can't wait any longer. You guys come with me to that mystic realm to take a look. I don't believe that mystic realm can be very dangerous. After that elder finished speaking, he led everyone towards the mystic realm. He wanted to go to the mystic realm to see what kind of danger there was. Moreover, not only was he going to take a look this time, he was also going to take back some treasure aura at the same time to let the sect master of Starry Sky sect know that the senior he was talking about was not reliable at all. On the other side, outside the mystic realm. I knew it was dangerous inside, so I didn't rush in. Look, I guessed it right. The Fierce Gale sect master, who was standing outside, said when he heard the commotion in the mystic realm. With such a huge commotion, at least half of the people gathered inside will die. Then, sect master, when can we enter? First Elder Fierce Wind looked at the sect master of the Fierce Wind sect and asked. There's no hurry. It would take at least a while before it calmed down. It's not too late for us to wait for the commotion to calm down before going in. The Fierce Gale sect master was naturally afraid that the treasured weapons inside would be snatched away by those people first. However, with such a huge commotion, it was not suitable to enter at all. On the other side, in the Star One secret realm. Martial Uncle, the commotion has finally stopped. When can we go in? The people from the Yaoling sect saw that the huge abyss had finally stopped moving, so they asked carefully. It's probably about time now. Let's continue walking inside. Although Yao Jin was also afraid that there might be more powerful attacks inside, the temptation of artifacts and pills was also huge. At this moment, the people of the Yaoling sect were extremely afraid. The Constellation sect master was right. The danger in this mystic realm was immeasurable. The decision of the Constellation sect master not to come to this place was correct. If not for the fact that their Yaoling sect had a flying boat, they would have been completely annihilated by now. However, their uncle master was too obsessed with treasure chi and medicinal pills. Even if there was danger inside, he did not hesitate to enter. Although the scorching sun sect master was also very afraid, he did not dare to say anything when he saw Yao Jin rushing in without fear. Alright, there's no movement now. We can go in. At this moment, outside the mystic realm, the fierce Gale sect master said to the fierce Gale sect's people. In the midst of the violent wind, the sect master had just brought the people in the violent wind into the mystic realm. The elder of the Starry Sky sect walked over with a group of people. I told you there was no danger here. Seeing that they had all gone in, there were probably quite a number of people snatching the treasure now. When the elder of the Starry Sky sect saw that the outside of the mystic realm was empty, he knew that all the sects that were looking for treasures had gone in. Let's hurry in now. Otherwise, the treasures and pills will be snatched away by them later. After the elder of the Starry Sky sect finished speaking, he led a group of people and set off into the mystic realm. At that time, in the secret realm. Soon. It seems that the place where the artifacts are stored is in front. Yao Jin, who was on the flying boat, looked ahead and muttered. After a while, these people finally landed in a safe place. It seems that the place where the artifacts are placed is just ahead. Let's hurry up and go. Looking at the scene in the mystery land, the scorching sun sect master couldn't help but say happily. It seemed that the cooperation with the Yaoling sect this time was the right choice. He knew that a large sect like theirs would definitely lead them to find the treasured weapon. Also, that Starry Sky sect was really stupid. They actually let go of such an opportunity. Martial uncle, come and see. Right at this moment, the person running in front of Yao Jin turned around and shouted at her. Ha ha ha, did you see a lot of artifacts? I knew it. Other than the abyss at the beginning, what other dangers could there be? Yao Jin said with a smile after hearing the person's shout. No, that's not it. Martial uncle, come and take a look quickly. After hearing Yao Jin's words, that person shouted again. How did this happen? The scorching sun sect master, who couldn't wait, had already walked to the front. When the scorching sun sect master saw the pile of items in front of him, he was in disbelief. How can these things be? These artifacts are incomparably powerful immortal artifacts. Why did it become like this now? At this moment, what greeted everyone's eyes were not piles of dazzling artifacts, but scrap metal that looked like it had been ruined. He saw the artifacts piled up on the ground. Moreover, it was unknown what had damaged it, and it had long lost its original appearance. Everyone was stunned by this scene. They couldn't believe it. Why did the treasure aura become like this? Chapter 905, Who Pooped, 1, This. Who did this? Why did he waste such a precious celestial artifact? He looked at the scrap metal on the ground. Yao Jin was also shocked. At the same time, she was extremely angry. He was eager to know who had destroyed these artifacts. They had come here with great difficulty and had actually encountered such a thing. Martial uncle, something bad has happened. Come here and take a look. Just as everyone was secretly surprised and angry, another shout suddenly sounded from not far ahead. What is it this time? Yao Jin, who was already extremely angry, asked impatiently when she heard the shout. Martial uncle, quickly come over and take a look at these pills. Yao Jin followed the person's voice and walked over. The scorching sun sect master followed him curiously. How did this become like this? Who did this? Yao Jin was already very angry. He did not expect the next scene to make him so angry that he almost fainted. This was because what they saw now was nothing else but the medicinal pill that the white tiger had crushed on the ground. These medicinal pills looked like they were above the sacred grade. A medicinal pill of this level was actually crushed here now. At this moment, everyone they saw felt their hearts ache. That was a saint-grade medicinal pill. Let's not talk about the previous artifacts first. Now, even the medicinal pill had become like this. Who had such great ability to actually make the mythical realm become like this? Could it be that the senior sect master of Starry Sky sect had already predicted this outcome? At this moment, Yao Jin finally reacted. No wonder the sect master of the Starry Sky sect was unwilling to come. It turned out that the senior had expected this outcome. What was the strength of that senior? He actually knew the situation in the mystic realm like the back of his hand. The Scorching Sun sect master was shocked by what he saw. The Scorching Sun sect would be able to show off in the other sects if they took out one of these items. And now, these things had been destroyed to the point where they could not be seen at all. No wonder the sect master of the Starry Sky sect was unwilling to come. It turned out that he had already expected it. He did not expect that the star was actually so powerful. At this moment, the Blazing Sun sect master was also regretting his decision. This time, not only did they not find anything good, but they also lost so many people. This time, he really couldn't explain it to the other people in the sect. What the hell is going on? How did these artifacts become like this? At this moment, the voice of the Starry Sky Elder came from behind them. These are all saint-grade and immortal-grade artifacts. How did they become a pile of scrap metal? Hearing Elder Xingqian's furious voice, Yao Jin and the leader of the Scorching Sun sect turned around quickly. Oh, I know. It must be you guys. Elder Xingqian said angrily when he saw Yao Jin and the leader of the Scorching Sun sect. It must be because you people couldn't take these artifacts away, so you destroyed them. No, is there something wrong with you? They heard that the elder of the Starry Sky sect had pushed this matter onto them without distinguishing right from wrong. The Scorching Sun sect master said angrily. Elder Xingqian, I recognize you. Even if we did destroy it, so what? We just don't want to give it to you. Looking at the elder of the Starry Sky sect, the Scorching Sun sect master retorted angrily. It's simply despicable to the extreme. The elder of the Starry Sky sect did not expect the sect leader of the Scorching Sun sect to be like this. Then, he said angrily. Elder, come and take a look. There's still a treasured weapon that hasn't been destroyed. Just as the two of them were confronting each other, the person in the constellation suddenly shouted. What? There's still a treasure that hasn't been destroyed? Upon hearing this voice, Yao Jin instantly perked up. If they could not get anything this time, then it would really be a wasted trip. He had to get his hands on that treasured weapon that hadn't been destroyed. As she spoke, Yao Jin quickly flew towards the source of the sound. That despicable old thief, Yao Jin, actually wants to snatch something from us. How shameless. Seeing Yao Jin's actions, the elder of the Stellar Union sect became even angrier. Then, the elder of the Starry Sky sect also ran over quickly. He could not let Yao Jin succeed. Bang! At that moment, the elder of the Starry Sky sect started fighting with Yao Jin. Immediately, the surrounding atmosphere froze. Immediately after, an intense pressure erupted from the two of them. Not good, elder is fighting with Yao Jin. Looking at the scene in front of them, the people from the Starry Sky sect said with a serious expression. This was because they knew the strength of their elders and Yao Jin. Yao Jin was the younger brother of the sect master of the Majestic Jade sect. Of course, his strength could not be underestimated. Moreover, their elder was only at the strength of a sacred sovereign. It was obvious that the two of them were on the losing end. The elder of the Stellar sect was at a disadvantage. Bang! Bang! At this moment, the two of them continued to fight. Gradually, the elder of the Starry Sky sect felt a little powerless. Damn it, how can that Yao Jin be so strong? The elder of the Starry Sky sect had already been beaten up by Yao Jin and did not have the slightest strength to retaliate. Ha ha ha, elder of the Starry Sky sect, even your sect leader isn't here to snatch the treasure, yet you've come here on your own accord. However, you don't have to be so angry, because this treasure is mine. After Yao Jin finished speaking, she quickly stretched out her hand toward the treasured weapon. What the hell is this? As soon as Yao Jin Gang took the treasured weapon, he felt something sticky on his hand. Then, Yao Jin placed the treasured weapon under her nose and sniffed it gently. What is this black thing? However, even if Yao Jin sniffed it, he could not tell what it was. It can't be because of some big tonic that has grown over such a long period of time, right? Looking at the black thing, Yao Jin thought of something. If it was a treasured weapon that had experienced a very long history, there would be something beneficial to cultivation on its surface. Could it be that the artifact in his hand was also like this? Forget it, I don't care. Let's try it first. Then, Yao Jin did not hesitate and quickly stuffed the black lump into her mouth. Bah! F***ck, why is it shit? When the black lump was stuffed into Yao Jin's mouth, Yao Jin immediately spat it out and roared angrily. Ha ha ha, I thought this old bastard jade gold was something, but it turns out to be dog shit. Seeing his reaction, the elder of the Starry Sky sect laughed so hard that he could barely straighten his back. The people behind them were grinning from ear to ear. Even the people from the Yaoling sect covered their mouths and laughed secretly. What are you laughing at? What's so funny? The Scorching Sun sect master couldn't help but shout at the people behind him when he saw them laughing so happily. Chapter 906, The Voice in the Mystic Realm. 1. Damn it, what's with this jade gold? Don't you know what kind of shit that thing is? He actually grabbed it and put it in his mouth. Of course, they didn't know that this shit was because Pai Xiu had eaten too many gold coins and couldn't help but shit on it. F***ck, this treasure is actually broken. However, just as Yao Jin was about to take the treasured weapon and wash it, she suddenly noticed that under the poop, it should have been corroded. If even a corner of a treasured weapon like this was damaged, its power would be greatly reduced. Moreover, this treasured weapon had already rotted in the middle. Yao Jin had tasted a mouthful of shit for nothing and had yet to get what she wanted. Ha ha ha, I didn't expect you to forget about getting what I can't get. The elder of the Starry Sky sect could not help but laugh when he saw Yao Jin's expression. He did not expect Yao Jin to make such a fool of herself. Wasn't this a joke? How dare your Starry Sky sect laugh at us? Even your sect leader doesn't dare to come. Seeing the elder of the Starry Sky sect like this, the leader of the Scorching Sun sect couldn't help but speak up for Yao Jin. Who is our sect master? Don't compare me to him. He's just a coward. He listens to that senior everywhere. I don't think there's any danger here at all. At the mention of the sect leader of the Starry Sky sect, the elder's face turned ugly. Although he did not get anything this time, he had personally verified that there was no danger here. This meant that what that senior said was all bullshit. Boom! Boom! Just as the few of them were confronting each other aggressively, there was a sudden explosion in the surroundings. Not good, it can't be that abyss again, right? Seeing such a huge commotion, the faces of the people from the Yaoling sect and the Scorching Sun sect changed. Because of the abyss just now, except for them who were standing on the airboat, all the others might have been annihilated. Now that he was here again, how could they not panic? Quick, let's get on the flying boat first. This time, Yao Jin took out the flying boat in advance and said loudly to the people behind her. Buzz! Buzz! But, Marshal Uncle, this flying boat can't fly at all. When these people stood on the flying boat, they looked at the flying boat that was still firmly standing on the ground and said in horror. Because the ground was shaking more and more. Even if they used their spiritual power to stabilize their bodies, they could not help but be shaken by the movement. Do we still need that kind of thing? The elder of the Starry Sky sect looked at Yao Jin and the others in disdain because he did not know what had happened just now. Ignorant child. After hearing the elder's words, the leader of the Scorching Sun sect rolled his eyes at him. This elder was really looking for trouble. The game of the game, 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 the game. Just as everyone was panicking, the huge commotion finally stopped and was replaced by a loud voice. The voice sounded extremely cold, and it made people feel uncomfortable all over. Senior, Junior has no intention of offending you. Please let us live. After hearing the huge commotion, Yao Jin brought her people and respectfully said to the voice. At the same time, on the other side. Aya, Uncle Wanshou, have you heard about the Star One Mystic Realm? Xiao Changtian said to Master Wanshou in the glorious Star Tower. You don't know, but I heard that quite a few sects that went there this time all died tragically inside. There were also a few who ran out who were scared out of their wits. Xiao Changtian was glad that he had told Uncle Wanshou not to go. Otherwise, Uncle Wanshou would have been the first to die. Senior, you're still brilliant. If I really go, I really won't have a chance to live. Not only was Xiao Changtian secretly rejoicing in his heart, even Master Daoist Wanshou was secretly rejoicing in his heart. Fortunately, he had specifically asked Senior before he went. Otherwise, he would really be finished this time. That's for sure. Uncle Beast, what kind of relationship do we have? Would I lie to you? Even if it wasn't him, if it was someone else, they would have tried to persuade him. After all, Uncle Wanshou was just a little old man. If he wanted to snatch something from an immortal, wouldn't he be courting death? On the other side, in the Star One's secret realm. Everyone looked around in horror. This time, they did not know what it was. That voice actually called himself this lord. Could it be that there was another important figure hidden in this mystic realm? This time, not only did they not get anything valuable, but they also encountered such a terrifying thing. Wasn't this a double loss? Also, it was a wise decision for the sect leader of the Starry Sky sect not to come. Not only was this place filled with danger, but even the artifacts were a pile of scrap metal. Since you people are disturbing my rest, I'm afraid you won't be able to. No matter what, he had to pay a price. But I'm in a good mood now, so I don't want to argue with you. The voice sounded in everyone's ears. Thank you, Senior. Thank you, Senior. Hearing that voice say that he wouldn't argue with them, the huge stone in the hearts of the people present finally fell to the ground. However, just because I won't argue with you doesn't mean that you can leave so easily. Just as everyone heaved a sigh of relief, the voice sounded again. Before. Senior, what else do you want us to do? The Scorching Sun sect master asked carefully. That was because they could feel the pressure from the voice. Just the voice alone had such a powerful pressure. If the real person came out, how terrifying would his strength be? I have been in this secret realm for so long. It was too boring. So I want to find someone to inherit my mantle. Looking at the people present, the voice said with a faint smile. I wonder which of you here is the strongest. What? Inherit this senior's legacy. Hearing this, everyone present was in an uproar. The owner of that voice was obviously not ordinary. Now, he was actually looking for someone to inherit his mantle. This was a great thing that had actually happened here. Isn't our martial uncle the strongest person here? After hearing this, the people from the Yaoling sect did not hesitate and quickly shouted. If their martial uncle's strength became stronger, then they would more or less benefit as well. Bullshit. There are so many people here, and the strongest one is not him. The elder of the Starry Sky sect looked at Yao Jin and said disdainfully. He would not let Yao Jin succeed. If you find any errors, ads pop up, ads redirect, broken links, non-standard content, etc., please let us know to report so we can fix it as soon as possible. Chapter 907, Completely Finished, 1, everyone present wanted to fight for such a good thing. You guys don't have to argue anymore. That Yao Jin, come over and let me take a good look. The voice interrupted coldly. Martial uncle, hurry up and go. Such good things don't happen often. The people from the Yaoling sect heard the voice calling their uncle master's name. All of them said in surprise. Damn it, I actually let that old thief succeed. The elder of the Starry Sky sect looked at Yao Jin walking forward with anger on his face. Not only did this guy destroy all the artifacts here, but he also received guidance from an expert in the end. Why did he have to take all the good things? Not bad, not bad. Your strength seems to meet my requirements. The voice said in satisfaction after Yao Jin walked forward. Senior, I wonder what your strength is. Your legacy, Yao Jin slowly asked the source of the voice. Although the voice sounded very tempting, Yao Jin felt that something was wrong. Go forward a little more. The voice looked at Yao Jin and said with a smile. Ah. Yao Jin took 2 more steps forward and cried out in fear. At the same time, a thick smoke instantly enveloped everyone. In this thick smoke, no one could see what was in front of them clearly. Uncle Master. What's wrong with you? Uncle Master. When the people from the Yaoling sect heard Yao Jin's shout, their expressions changed. Ha ha ha, don't worry. I've inherited the mantle. Ha ha ha. Under everyone's terrified gazes, the thick smoke gradually dissipated. Yao Jin's figure slowly walked out from the smoke in front of her. No, you're not our martial uncle. Who exactly are you? The young man leading the Yaoling sect said angrily as he watched Yao Jin slowly walk over. Not only him, but the people from the Yaoling sect also felt that something was wrong. Since you guys have found out that I'm still under the cover, then I'm really embarrassed. I'm really sorry for borrowing your uncle master's body. However, your martial uncle left quite happily. Yao Jin looked at these people and laughed loudly. Not good, that old thief has been possessed. Let's run. The Scorching Sun sect master finally realized that something was wrong. Therefore, he said loudly to everyone. Want to run? Ha ha ha, do you think you can escape? Yao Jin looked at everyone with a cold expression. Damn it, how did things turn out like this? Seeing that Yao Jin wanted to deal with them, even Elder Xingqian panicked. This was because he could feel that the possessed jade gold's cultivation base had increased by more than a little. They were not Yao Jin's match to begin with, and now his strength had become so strong. None of them could escape. Boom! Boom! As expected, the moment Yao Jin finished speaking, all the exits in the surroundings were blocked. Long. Elder, so the sect master was right. There was really danger inside. At that moment, the people from the Starry Sky sect who had come with the elder of the Starry Sky sect were all extremely terrified. They did not believe the words of the sect leader of the Starry Sky sect at first. Now, it had been proven through practice that the sect master's words would not harm them. That's right, elder. If we had known earlier, we would have listened to the sect master. This mythical realm was simply too terrifying. The people of Starry Sky sect were extremely regretful at this moment. The strength displayed by Yao Jin, who had been possessed, was too strong. Even if all of them joined forces, they would not be a match for her. Damn it! At this moment, even the Scorching Sun sect master was cursing. He had thought that their sect was lucky to be able to cooperate with the people from the Yaoling sect. He did not expect that it was not luck at all. It must be bad luck. Now that his spiritual pillar, Yao Jin, had been possessed, the leader of the Scorching Sun sect was completely flustered. Oh right, I still have a son. My son knows an expert. My son can't ignore me, his father, right? At this critical moment, the leader of the Scorching Sun sect suddenly thought of his son, Li Jing. His son, Li Jing, had befriended an expert. That expert would definitely help his son. Thinking of this, the Scorching Sun sect master quickly took out the jade tube in his hand and crushed it without thinking. At this moment, in Star Tower in Star Town, Lai Jing was chatting with his senior about gossip when he suddenly felt that something was wrong. Father's signal. Lai Jing felt very strange. Why would his father send him such a signal at this time? Although Lai Jing didn't know why he had sent out such a signal at this time, he knew that this signal meant that his father was in great danger. This was a signal that he had no choice but to send out. Although Lai Jing hated him sometimes, the leader of the Scorching Sun sect was still his father. Moreover, his attitude towards her was quite good previously. Now that his father had given him such a signal, he could not sit idly by. What should we do? His father and the others seemed to have gone to the Starfall mystic realm. That senior said that it was a very dangerous place. Lai Jing muttered with a grave expression as he sensed the direction his father was coming from. How was he supposed to save her? This was the place that the senior had repeatedly warned him not to let the sect leader of the Starry Sky sect go to. He did not expect that the sect leader of the Starry Sky sect would not go, but his father would. What should he do now? At this moment, in the Star One secret realm, I advise you not to be too arrogant. I asked my son for help. My son knows an expert. The Scorching Sun sect master looked at Yao Jin, who had been possessed, and said fiercely. So what if your son knows an expert? I blocked the entire mythical realm. Not only are you guys not allowed to go out, no one can enter. Yao Jin laughed arrogantly. Even if the expert your son knows has great abilities, his hands can't reach here. Yao Jin wanted to turn everyone here into her nourishment today. None of them present today could leave. Don't be too arrogant. Do you really think that expert can't do anything to you? Although the Scorching Sun sect master was also very guilty, he couldn't lose in terms of momentum. It's over, it's over. If I had known earlier, I would have listened to the sect master. We can't go back now. The people of the Starry Sky sect were extremely regretful at this moment. If they had known earlier, they would not have followed the elder here. Now, all the places that could enter and exit were blocked. They were now calling out to the heavens and the earth, but none of them responded. Damn it, that senior was right. This place is too terrifying. The elder of the Starry Sky sect was extremely regretful. If he had known earlier, he would not have come. If you find any errors, ads pop up, ads redirect, broken links, non-standard content, etc., please let us know to report so we can fix it as soon as possible. Chapter 908, The Power of Yawning. 1. Little Jingzi, what are you daydreaming about? Just as Xiao Changtian was looking at the people around him, he suddenly noticed Lai Jing's solemn expression. Senior, Lai Jing didn't know how to explain himself, because his own strength was not enough to save his father, so he could only ask the senior for help. However, he did not know if senior would help him. Therefore, Lai Jing was hesitant. Aya, don't worry about that mystic realm. He'll definitely be fine. Looking at Lai Jing's solemn expression, Xiao Changtian knew that this kid must have been scared silly by their words. This kid was obviously from a rich family and had never seen any bloody scenes. They said that the scene of his sect's tragic deaths must have frightened little Jingzi. Ahu dash, after Xiao Changtian finished speaking, he yawned into the distance. Xiao Changtian was a little tired from all the gossip he had just said. Boom! Boom! However, it was this yawn that caused a huge hole to appear in the sky not far away. The explosion went all the way to the Star One secret realm. Senior actually attacked again. At this moment, the sect leader of Starry Sky sect was shocked when he saw Xiao Changtian yawning. Because in this place, other than Senior, no one else could release such powerful power. Senior is helping me. He hadn't even opened his mouth yet, but the senior had actually helped him. Senior is really a god. You can even see your own thoughts clearly. Xiao Changshan's actions had once again changed the way Li Jing viewed Xiao Changtian. In Li Jing's heart, Xiao Changtian was like a god. Senior, thank you. I'm going out for a while now and will be back soon. Li Jing said to Xiao Changtian and quickly ran towards the Star One secret realm. This time, Senior had saved his father. He didn't know how to thank Senior. However, Li Jing wanted to go and see how his father was doing. On the other side, in the Star One secret realm. Are you going to hand yourselves over obediently, or are you going to wait for me to make a move? Yao Jin looked at the people in front of her and smiled. With these people as supplements for himself, he should be able to rush out of this mystic realm very soon. When he rushed out of this mystic realm, he would take revenge on those cultivators. What should we do? What should we do? Why was there no movement from the Lai capital? His father is about to die. The Scorching Sun sect master mumbled nervously. On the other side, the people from the Starry Sky sect were so frightened by this scene that they almost fainted. This was because the jade gold in front of them kept walking towards them. Every step it took released an even stronger pressure than the previous step. Boom! Boom! Just as everyone was cursing in their hearts. Suddenly, there was a rumbling sound in the surroundings. What's going on? Is someone coming to save us? No way. Didn't Yao Jin say that the surroundings were blocked? Who else will come to save us? That's right. Who has the ability to open this mystic realm? Everyone was in despair at this moment. They were all young now and really did not want to die in this mystic realm like this. Bang! Bang! However, as everyone questioned, the sound became louder and louder. They could even feel that something was wrong under their feet. Not good, what's going on? Yao Jin, who was originally very confident in herself, was also shocked by this sudden movement. Because he was very clear about the barrier he had set up. If one did not have enough strength, they would not be able to break it at all. And listen to such a big movement, don't tell me that there is really a strong person who wants to come. But that was impossible. How could there be such a powerful person on the road now? Yao Jin was a little nervous because he did not know what was going on outside. In order to be able to absorb these people, Yao Jin had put in a lot of effort. Ha ha ha, I know. It must be the expert my son found to save us. Looking at Yao Jin's stunned expression, the Scorching Sun sect master knew that his son must have asked that expert for help. Don't be too arrogant. It's just a little commotion outside. This commotion can't enter my mystic realm at all. Don't be happy too early. Yao Jin said fiercely after hearing what the Scorching Sun sect master said. Boom, however, in the next second, everything around them started moving. Even the surrounding walls collapsed in an instant. Yao Jin, who had just finished speaking, did not expect that someone would really want to attack her. Moreover, he was so powerful. Even if he had set up a barrier here, that attack could still penetrate the barrier and hit him. What kind of expert attacked me? Yao Jin, who was spitting out blood, looked at the place where the attack came from and said in disbelief. Originally, there were very few people in the entire Jade Lake sacred world who could deal with him. And now, it could actually attack him so easily. From this, it could be seen that the people who came this time were extraordinary. The exit, that's the exit. Let's run. After the commotion, everyone saw the exit that was opened by Xiao Changshan sneeze and shouted happily. Ha ha ha, I knew it. I knew it. My son definitely wouldn't abandon me. Looking at Chang Liang's exit, the Scorching Sun sect master shouted in surprise. Then, before Yao Jin could recover from Xiao Changshan's yawn, these people happily ran towards the bright exit. Damn it, who is it? Who is so powerful? Because of Xiao Changshan's yawn, Yao Jin found it difficult to even speak. At this moment, Yao Jin felt as if her internal organs had been run over by a truck. Not only his body, but even his spiritual power seemed to have been frozen by this attack. If he didn't have any great ability, how could he have caused such great damage to him? He had just taken over Yao Jin's body, and now he had suffered such great damage. He felt that his soul power had become extremely weak. Therefore, he did not dare to rush out of the mystic realm at all. This was because the mystic realm itself had an aura that imprisoned him. If he rashly went out in his current situation, he would probably not have a chance to live. Father! Father! Why did this happen to you? If I hadn't asked Senior for help, Father, I'm afraid you would have, Li Jing, who had just walked out of the Starfall secret realm, said worriedly when he saw the Scorching Sun sect master and the others running out. If you find any errors, ads pop up, ads redirect, broken links, non-standard content, etc., please let us know to report so we can fix it as soon as possible. Chapter 909, Meeting Senior, 1, Jing Father, I was really careless this time. He didn't expect it to be so dangerous. Looking at Li Jing, the Scorching Sun sect master was also very grateful. If not for their son saving them, they would have been strangled to death by Yao Jin. I'm finally out. The people following behind the Scorching Sun sect master looked at the bright sun in front of them and finally heaved a sigh of relief. Fortunately, I'm lucky and didn't die inside. The elder of the Starry Sky sect looked at the bright and beautiful sun outside and said with a relaxed expression. He didn't dare to disobey their sect master anymore. Moreover, the senior that the sect master was talking about was simply a god who had long expected such danger inside. Jing I wonder where that senior is now. Can you let me see that expert? Since that expert saved me, I want to thank him personally. I'm also grateful that he was able to nurture you. The Scorching Sun sect master looked at Li Jing and asked slowly. The Scorching Sun sect master looked around and saw that there was no one else except his son, Li Jing. Father, Senior didn't come at all. Senior is still in Star Town. Li Jing shook his head and said to the Scorching Sun sect master. Because he didn't know if Senior would be disgusted if he brought his father along. What is it? You said that Senior didn't come here at all. Instead, he directly attacked this mythical realm in Stars Town. The Scorching Sun sect master asked in disbelief. Although the Starfall secret realm was not far from the Starfall town, it would take at least 20 minutes to fly. The distance between the Starfall secret realm and the Starfall town was at least 100 kilometers. That Senior actually attacked this place in Stardust Town. So, what was Senior's strength? It was actually terrifying to such an extent. Moreover, before he left, he even took a look at Yao Jin. It was obvious that Yao Jin had already been struck by the Senior's attack and no longer had the strength to attack. That's right, Father. I told you before that Senior's strength is immeasurable. If you go to see Senior, I don't know if Senior will agree or not. If I rashly bring you over, Senior will be finished if he gets angry. Li Jing said to the Scorching Sun sect master worriedly. Jing it's fine. When we return, I'll definitely pay a visit personally. The leader of the Scorching Sun sect also knew that such a powerful senior must have a weird temper. If he really went like this, that senior might kick them out. When they were ready, they would definitely visit Senior in person. After all, if they could curry favor with such a powerful senior, there was naturally no need to mention the benefits to them. On the other side, the elder of the Starry Sky sect had already brought the remaining members of the Starry Sky sect back. Only the people from the Yaoling sect were left. Uncle Master, don't stop me. I want to go back and save Uncle Master. A young man from the Yaoling sect looked at the exit and said. Second senior brother, don't be too excited. Uncle Master had already been possessed. It would be futile for you to go in again. The people around them quickly tried to persuade the young man when they saw him like this. Martial uncle, no, how did Marshall Uncle become like this? It's all the fault of the person who launched the attack. The young man suddenly turned around and looked at the Scorching Sun sect master. Is this kid crazy? The Scorching Sun sect master noticed the cold look in the kid's eyes. He didn't know what this kid was thinking either. His martial uncle Yao Jin had long been possessed and was no longer around. Now, he actually wanted to vent his anger on them. It was simply unreasonable. He didn't blame Yao Lin's people for cooperating with them. Not only did they not get anything, but they also lost so many people. On the other hand, the people from the Yaoling sect were still thinking of taking revenge on him. If he had not asked his son to ask the senior for help, they would have died long ago. Let me tell you, kid. Your martial uncle's death has nothing to do with me. He watched as the kid approached him little by little. The Scorching Sun sect master couldn't help but say, I don't blame you. I just want to know who launched this attack. The young man stared at the Scorching Sun sect master with bloodshot eyes. He was about to go up and tear him apart. That attack was from Senior. What's wrong? Could it be that you still want to find Senior? Of course, Lai Jing also noticed this young man, so he said to him with a serious expression. Quickly tell me where that Senior is, or I'll kill him. While the Scorching Sun sect master was still in a daze, the young man put his saber on the Scorching Sun sect master's neck. You despicable villain, how dare you do such a thing? Lai Jing looked at the young man's actions and his face was filled with anger. Jing don't worry about me. The Scorching Sun sect master did not expect the young man to have such a temper. I advise you to stop trying to be brave. But our sect master gave it to me personally. His strength had long reached the level of a saint. If you want to forcefully break free, you'll either die or be half-crippled. The young man looked at the Scorching Sun sect master and smiled sinisterly. Damn it, this person is actually so despicable. He actually did such a thing. Lai Jing had not expected that this person would be so arrogant even though his senior had saved them. I'll give you 5 seconds. If you can't tell me where that senior is, I'm really going to make a move. The young man looked at Lai Jing and said fiercely. Hiss. At the same time, a faint bloody mark appeared on the Scorching Sun sect master's neck. Damn it. Lai Jing looked at the young man angrily. 5. 4. 3. Release my father. You're in the glorious Star Tower in Xingchen Town, Lai Jing said angrily when he saw the pain on the leader's face. Even though Lai Jing didn't want to tell him where Senior was, he couldn't help but stare at that person's increasingly forceful hand. In the end, Lai Jing couldn't help but lose. Haha, just wait and see. I'm going to find trouble with that person. After the young man finished speaking, he ran towards the distant starry town. Second senior brother. Looking at the young man's back as he flew away, the other people from the Yaoling sect could not help but shout. What should we do? Second senior brother is too impulsive. They knew that second brother had a very deep relationship with his uncle master. Because it was the uncle master who had raised second brother. Therefore, he had a strong feeling for his martial uncle and second senior brother. Now, uncle had such a situation. Second brother definitely couldn't accept it. However, he couldn't rashly look for trouble. If you find any errors, ads pop up, ads redirect, broken links, non-standard content, etc., please let us know to report so we can fix it as soon as possible. Chapter 9-10, A Murderous Intent. 1. He'll go back and report to the sect master first. You guys go and stop him first. Looking at the chaotic scene, a young man from the Yaoling sect stood up and said. Eldest senior brother, you should go back first. Well, go stop second senior brother now. The remaining people looked at the young man and said. After saying that, these people dispersed. These people from the Yaoling sect really deserve to die. If I had known earlier, I wouldn't have cooperated with them. The Scorching Sun sect master said angrily as he watched them leave. He had thought that he had picked up a huge bargain, but he did not expect it to be a mess. Father, this matter is still because of me. I have to go back and help Senior first. Looking at the backs of those people, Li Jing said with a serious expression. It was all because he had exposed his senior's location without permission. Senior would definitely be angry if he knew. He had to hurry back and help stop those people. The Scorching Sun sect master wanted to say something, but when he turned around, he saw Li Jing running toward Xingqian town. On the other side, Yaoling sect's second senior brother was not very old. He soon arrived at Star Town. Glorious Star Tower, glorious Star Tower. I want to see who dares to harm my martial uncle. Looking at the people coming and going in Star's town, second brother said with a crazy face. The people who passed by him were shocked by his expression. This person is probably crazy. That's right. Let's stay away. He looked at second brother's bloodshot eyes and a cold smile on his face. The surrounding people were so frightened that they retreated 8 feet away. He did not care about the fear in their eyes. He walked towards Glorious Star Restaurant step by step. But it's all thanks to you this time. I listened to Senior and didn't go. I just heard about the white ass. I don't think many people who went there survived. At this moment, at the entrance of the Glorious Star Tower, Limitless looked at Master Wanshou and said. Because it was not dinner time, there were almost no customers in Xinghua restaurant. So the two of them stood at the door and chatted. I think so too. I feel like I've survived a disaster. Daoist Master Wanshou said with a smile. Wanshou, do you feel a killing intent? Just as the two of them were chatting happily, Boundless suddenly felt a cold aura appear around him. What's going on? Could it be someone from the demon race? At this point, Wanshou's mind suddenly turned to those demons. We have a senior here. How could the demon race dare to come? Limitless waved his hand nonchalantly. Do you have a powerful senior here? At this moment, the second senior brother of the Majestic Jade sect looked at the two of them and said coldly. Kid, who are you? Looking at him, Limitless could clearly feel that the coldness he felt just now came from this kid in front of him. Don't care who I am. Do you have a powerful senior here? Second senior brother didn't chat with Limitless. He only asked with a cold face. Looking at Limitless in front of him, second senior brother thought coldly in his heart that this old man in front of him was really troublesome. If it really didn't work, he would kill him. This was because they had always been by Senior's side in the Glorious Star restaurant. They were afraid that the seniors would think that they had offended them, so in most cases, they would hide their cultivation. Therefore, second senior brother who was extremely agitated didn't know that this old man's strength had already reached the level of a sage sect. You're just a young man. Why do you still want to find Senior? Limitless didn't expect that there would still be someone who dared to look for Senior. Wasn't this courting death? If you don't tell me now, then don't blame me for being impolite. Second brother was not a soft-hearted person. He looked at the old man in front of him without any fear. Alright, since you insist on looking for Senior, then you'll have to go through me first. Unbounded walked up to second brother without hesitation. He looked at second brother's gloomy face and said with a bad expression. Since an old man like you wants to die, I'll fulfill your wish. Without any mercy, second brother took out the saber that he had used to kill the leader of Scorching Sun sect. Boom! A mere great saint master dares to show off in front of me. Today, I'll let you see who you should provoke and who you shouldn't. At this moment, Limitless did not hesitate at all and erupted with the pressure on his body. This brat in front of him was only a great saint master, and he didn't know where he got his courage from to cause trouble. Second brother felt the sudden burst of such a strong pressure from Limitless. His expression changed instantly. Didn't this old man just now have no spiritual power at all? How could he release such a powerful pressure? Ha ha ha, kid, you want to find trouble here? I think you're looking for the wrong place. At this moment, even Taoist Master Wanshou was looking at second senior brother in disdain. You guys. You are two different sage sects. Second brother didn't expect that he would run into these two tough people as soon as he arrived. With his strength as a great saint master, there was no way he could defeat the two of them. If you want to find senior, you have to go through us first. After saying that, Limitless reached out his hand to second brother. Damn it! Boom! Although second senior brother was no match for Limitless, when he thought of his uncle master, an indignant expression appeared on his face. Then, he picked up the divine treasure saber and slashed at Limitless. Bang! The moment the sacred treasure sword touched Limitless, Limitless quickly picked up the broom beside him and pushed it against the sword. The broom in Limitless' hand instantly shattered under second senior brother's treasured weapon. However, second senior brother was not any better. Even though the broom in Limitless' hand had shattered into pieces, second brother had taken a few steps back. Damn it, how could Glory Sect be so powerful? Looking at Limitless, second brother said angrily. Even though he was the second senior brother of the Yaoling sect, he was only a great saint master. Only the older generation of Glory Sect could reach such a level of strength. If he wanted to deal with Boundless, even if he had a sacred artifact, he would not be his match. Second senior brother, you have to calm down. At this moment, the other members of the Yaoling sect ran over from the other side. When they came over and saw their second senior brother fighting with two experts from Glory Sect, they instantly cried out in fear. Their second senior brother was only a great saint master. This was simply asking for death. If you find any errors, ads pop up, ads redirect, broken links, non-standard content, etc., please let us know to report so we can fix it as soon as possible. Chapter 9:11, Saint 7 Saint 8 Yaohao, don't be rash. Those people rushed up to stop second senior brother. So you're from the Yaoling sect. What do you want? You guys actually came here to look for trouble. Are you guys tired of living? At this moment, the Starry Sky sect master also recognized them. Weren't these people from the Yaoling sect? Don't tell me Yao Jin doesn't care about you guys. You still have the cheek to mention my martial uncle. If it weren't for that person here, my martial uncle wouldn't have died. Yao Hao looked at the sect leader of Starry Sky sect and said angrily. Your Jadeite sect is really unreasonable. I advised you not to go to that mystic realm back then. Now, he actually wanted to bite back. The sect master of Starry Sky sect had not expected that this kid would come here for this matter. Therefore, he immediately retorted sternly. Second senior brother, we should leave quickly. We're not their match here at all. Looking at the furious look on the face of the sect master of Starry Sky sect, the others from the Yaoling sect were also very afraid. After all, the strength of the Starry Sky sect master could not be underestimated. These people were not a match at all. In the end, under everyone's dissuasion, Yao Hao was finally pulled back. The sect master of the Starry Sky sect was furious when he saw these people. If this place wasn't Senior's glorious star tower, he would have attacked these people long ago. What a joke. Does this Yaoling sect really think that they can do whatever they want just because they're some big sect? If they dare to cause trouble like this again, watch how I teach them a lesson. Limitless was also very angry. Fortunately, the commotion just now did not startle Senior. Otherwise, he would not have let those people go so easily. Uncle Wujiang, Uncle Wanshou, where are those people from the Yaoling sect? At this moment, Li Jing quickly ran over from afar. He looked at the two people in front of the Glorious Star restaurant and asked breathlessly. Little Jingzi, you don't have to worry. Those people have already been chased away by us. Who were they? He actually dared to look for Senior. You overestimate yourself. Limitless waved his hand at Li Jing. This is all my fault. I was the one who told you where Senior was. Li Jing said in shame. It's fine anyway. They've already been chased away by us. Looking at Li Jing's self-reproach, he said in a consoling manner. At that moment, not far from the Star One secret realm. I didn't expect these sects to be so unlucky. Not many of those who entered could come out. The third saintess looked at the mystic realm and said disdainfully. Don't just focus on that mystic realm. We still have serious matters to attend to. Taoist Honey looked at the third saintess and said. This time, we have to get the Jade Green Saint Rock no matter what. Otherwise, the unlucky ones would be us. That damned Xiao Changtian is really hard to deal with. At the mention of Xiao Changtian, the third saintess had a headache. With his strength, even if the few of them worked together, they wouldn't have much confidence in dealing with him. Isn't he just an expert? How can we not be able to defeat them with so many of us? Wouldn't it be easy to obtain the Jade Green Saint Stone? At this moment, Holy Master 7th and Holy Master 8th said disdainfully. Didn't the demonic flame Sacred Lord tell you how strong Xiao Changtian is? You actually said that obtaining the Jade Green Saint Stone was easy. Holy Maiden 3 and Taoist Honey couldn't help but laugh when they heard Holy Master 7 and Holy Master 8's words. To be able to live in such a place, what kind of expert would appear in such a small town? Sacred Lord Demonic Flame asked us to do our best. Presumably, that person's strength would not be too strong. Sacred Lord Demonic Flame didn't know how strong Xiao Changtian was. He only knew that he was either a Saint Emperor or even stronger than he had imagined. That was why Sacred Lord Demonic Flame told the two of them to give it their all. However, when these words reached the ears of the two of them, they became less important. This was because they had only returned to the demon race because of the demonic flame Sacred Lord summoning, so they had never heard of what had happened before. Therefore, they did not believe that there would be any powerful people here. Don't be too arrogant. That person's strength is beyond your imagination. The Saintess Third glanced at the person and said slowly. Ha ha ha, Saintess 3, don't tell me you're afraid and don't want to go. If you're afraid, just say it. The two of us will go first. You saintesses can wait here first. Holy Master 7 and Holy Master 8 looked at Holy Maiden 3 and laughed. Holy Master 7th, Holy Master 8th, the leftover woman 3rd is right. Even I can't easily deal with that person's strength. You guys better be careful. Taoist Honey couldn't help but say. Why don't we split up tonight? I will go with Holy Master 8 to scout the situation first. You guys wait here first. Holy Master 7 looked at Taoist Honey and then at the few saintesses beside him as he slowly said. If you insist on going, I can't stop you, but I advise you to be careful. The third saintess didn't expect these two people to be so stubborn and insist on investigating the situation first. However, she could not stop the two of them, so she let them go. On the other side. In the Yaoling sect. Master is not good. Uncle Master was possessed by the person inside the Star One mystic realm. He has already, eldest senior brother, who had just returned, said to the sect master of the Yaoling sect. What? Something like this actually happened? The sect master of the Yaoling sect said in disbelief when she heard this. His younger brother had actually, then why are you the only one back now? Where are the others? The Grand Master of the Jade Chilling sect suddenly thought of something and asked the eldest senior brother. Master, don't worry about the others. Only Uncle Master, eldest brother said sadly. However, Master and second junior brother seemed to have been greatly provoked because a senior attacked the possessed martial uncle. Therefore, second junior brother had gone to look for that senior. We can't stop them even if we want to. Eldest brother said. Senior? What senior? The Yaoling sect master asked eldest senior brother with a frown. The moment she thought of her senior, the sect master of the Jadeite sect thought of the senior who had just returned from the Jade Nether Kingdom. However, these two seniors shouldn't be the same person. I don't know who that senior is either. I only know that he is extremely powerful and lives in Stardust Town. That senior was able to kill the possessed martial uncle in the Stardust Town. Thinking of the scene just now, eldest brother was extremely shocked. Stellar Town. Kill Yao Jin from afar. No way. Hearing his eldest senior brother's description, the sect master of the Majestic Jade sect felt uneasy. If you find any errors, ads pop up, ads redirect, broken links, non-standard content, etc., please let us know to report so we can fix it as soon as possible. Chapter 9:12, Squatting, 1, Sect Master, we're back. At this moment, the voices of others sounded from the door. Yaohao, what's wrong with you? Although your martial uncle has encountered misfortune this time. But you can't be so reckless. The moment she saw Yaohao, the sect master of the Yaoling sect immediately shouted at him sternly. They were afraid. If Hao really provoked that senior, then their Majestic Jade sect would be in trouble. But sect master, if it wasn't for that person, martial uncle wouldn't have died. Yaohao was like this. It was as if his brain was missing a tendon. He was unwilling to let this matter go. You brat, your brain must have been fried. You actually want to find trouble with an expert. I wonder how you came back alive. Seeing Yaohao's stubborn appearance, the Yaoling sect master could not help but reprimand him angrily. This time, they had sent so many people, but not only did they not obtain any treasures, they had also lost such a great general. No one would feel good about it. Sect master, don't just talk about second senior brother. Second senior brother is actually quite sad. Looking at how furious the sect master of the Yaoling sect was, the surrounding people could not help but persuade him. All of you go back first. Don't bother about this matter anymore. In the end, the sect master waved his hand at these people and said. These people were not enough to cause trouble for him. Meanwhile, in Star Town. Shang-Chi, what do you think about that person? Saint 8 squatted beside Saint 7 and asked slowly. At this moment, the two of them were squatting outside Xiao Changshan's courtyard. It was getting dark, but Xiao Changtian had yet to return. Originally, they wanted to test Xiao Changtian in the glorious Star Tower, but there were too many people there. It was not easy for them to make a move. Thus, the two of them found out Xiao Changshan's address and waited until Xiao Changtian returned. To put it bluntly, that person's strength is definitely that of a Saint Emperor. Otherwise, how could Daoist Honey not be able to deal with him? Seventh Saint looked at Eighth Saint and replied slowly. Then if he really is a Saint Emperor, well, just go ahead. I'm afraid it's not appropriate. Saint 8 said hesitantly. One had to know that the strength of a Saint Emperor was not to be trifled with. Even if the two of them joined forces, they would not be able to deal with him. So what if he's a Saint Emperor? Don't forget 8th Sage. What artifact did we bring this time? Shang-Chi said with a smile. He had also estimated Xiao Changshan's strength from the start, so he had specially made preparations. That's right, Shang-Chi, how could I forget about that thing? With that thing, even if he's a Saint Emperor, he won't be able to escape. After hearing Shang-Chi's words, a smile finally appeared on Shang-Eight's face. Because before he left, Sacred Lord Demonic Flame had told them that they could choose from the treasures in the demon race's treasury. Shang-Chi naturally wouldn't miss this opportunity. This time, the treasured weapon he took from their demon race's treasure vault was a Saint-grade Vajra barrier. Although this Vajra shield did not sound very powerful, it was still a very powerful shield. However, if they were truly trapped by the Vajra barrier, not even Saint Emperors would be able to escape. At that time, if Xiao Changtian was trapped inside, the two of them could do whatever they wanted. He wanted to show those saintesses that even if they were a divine emperor, they would be able to deal with them. The beautiful day is finally over. However, I have to consider finding the next spirit tree seed. Not long after, Xiao Changshan's figure appeared in their line of sight. He's coming, he's coming. Sheng Ba, hurry up and get ready. Once he enters the house, well, start moving. Saint 7 said to Saint 8 after Xiao Changtian pushed open the door. At this moment, in the small courtyard. Yo, there's actually a demon who doesn't have eyes outside. The black tortoise naturally noticed the movements of the demons outside. So, she looked in that direction and said slowly. What? There are demons? After hearing the black tortoise's words, the white tiger walked over and said excitedly. Because he had gone with Pai Xiu to look for gold coins, he had also been grounded by his seniors. He had not gone out for a long time. There were almost birds in this small courtyard. Now, there were actually demons who wanted to find trouble. Didn't this just give them something to do? Looks like those two demons are looking for trouble with Master. The black tortoise nodded at the white tiger and slowly said. Ha ha ha, leave this matter to me. It just so happens that I have nothing to do these few days. I'm almost bored to death. After saying that, the white tiger turned around and walked towards the door. What do you want? Let me tell you, don't even think about going out. If I find out that you've gone out, you won't have a good ending. Xiao Changtian, who was about to enter the house, turned his head and noticed the white tiger at the door. Although this little white cat didn't look big, it was very cunning. Who knew how many bad things it had done with that Pai Xiu? If he didn't punish these small animals, he would be able to kill them. As the owner, he would lose face. Meow. The white tiger didn't expect that its master wouldn't scold it like this before it even went out. Hence, she cried out aggrievedly. Don't pretend to be pitiful in front of me. I won't be soft-hearted. Xiao Changtian warned the white tiger again before entering the house. Damn it, Master actually found out. White tiger said in a wrong tone after being scolded by Xiao Changtian. He didn't do anything. He just walked to the door. Moreover, what Pai Xiu did previously had nothing to do with him. He had only followed Pai Xiu a few times and had not stolen other people's gold coins. Master vented his anger on him. No, I'll bring two demons over later. I must vent my anger. Eighth sage, get ready. Well, act immediately. After a while, Sheng Qi whispered to Sheng Ba. Because he saw Xiao Changshan's room. There was no more movement. After he finished speaking, Sheng Qi turned into a stream of light and instantly appeared in front of Xiao Changshan's courtyard. Good fellow, you've finally entered. The white tiger hiding behind the door was excited when it heard the commotion. Swoosh dash, Sheng Qi didn't hesitate and jumped in through the door. Meow. White tiger raised his eyes and saw Sheng Qi standing in front of him. The strength of this demon did not seem to be very strong. With such strength, he actually dared to come and find trouble. He was simply overestimating himself. Let me teach this demon a lesson first. Where did this kitten come from? Go to the side, don't delay your work. Sheng Qi said impatiently to the white tiger after being attracted by the white tiger's cry. He could not make such a big commotion before he had even entered the door. If you find any errors, ads pop-up, ads redirect, broken links, non-standard content, etc., please let us know to report so we can fix it as soon as possible. Chapter 913, Cute Little White Cat, 1, Bang. Sheng Qi. Why is there such a cute little kitten here? Just as Saint 7 was looking at White Tiger with an impatient expression, Saint 8 had also flipped over. Looking at White Tiger's appearance, Saint 8's face revealed a joyous smile. What a cute little kitten. Little kitten, don't be afraid. I won't hurt you. Shang-Chi had not expected Xingba to be like this. Eighth Sage, don't forget the purpose of our visit this time. Saint Seven said angrily when he saw Saint Eight staring at the white tiger with an infatuated expression. Aya, Shang-Chi, they'll play with the cat here for a while. It won't delay our operation. Eighth Sage waved his hand nonchalantly. He just liked cats. What was wrong with him? You demons are really disgusting. Looking at Shang-Chi and Xingba, the white tiger finally couldn't help but ask. Who is speaking? Saint Seven and Saint Eight were startled by White Tiger's voice. Random immediately looked around. Stop looking, you two. I'm right here. The white tiger rolled its eyes at the two of them helplessly. These two demons didn't look very smart. Little kitten, it was kitten. So kittens can talk. At this moment, Saint Eight finally reacted. The voice had come from the white tiger's mouth. Do you two demons not want to live anymore? You actually dare to speak to me like this? The white tiger glanced at Xing Eighth and Xing Seventh before narrowing his eyes in disdain. It's really this kitten. At this moment, Shang-Chi could clearly hear that the voice was coming from the mouth of this little cat. Just a talking demon beast. I advise you not to delay our work. Otherwise, we will deal with you sooner or later. Immediately after, Shang-Chi said fiercely to the white tiger. Shang-Chi, I'm just a little kitten. Why are you so fierce to me? Hearing Seventh Sage's words, Eighth Sage couldn't help but feel his heart ache. When Saint Seven saw Saint Eight's appearance, he was so angry that he wanted to teach Saint Eight a lesson. He was a burly man over 1.8 meters tall, but he actually liked such a kitten. It didn't have the spirit of the demon race at all. It didn't have the momentum of the demon race at all. It was simply a disgrace to the demon race. Ha ha ha, I don't need your pity. Because White Tiger had been hiding his strength and had not revealed it, the two demon race people in front of him did not know that he was White Tiger. They only treated him as an ordinary demonic beast. You probably don't know my true identity. White Tiger said disdainfully as he looked at the two demons. Ha ha ha, what status can a little cat like you have? Wasn't it just a demon beast that had been raised in captivity? To put it bluntly, you can't even compare to those demon beasts outside. After hearing White Tiger's words, Shang-Chi also spoke to White Tiger in disdain. If it wasn't for the fact that he was afraid that the kitten would meow too loudly, he would have already made the kitten real. Then, they wouldn't be confronting the kitten until now. Boom! After hearing Shang-Chi's words, White Tiger finally couldn't take it anymore. With a loud boom, the white tiger released the pressure on its body. Immediately, the two demons were instantly intimidated by the pressure of the white tiger. Little cat, you are not a little cat. Saint Eight said in horror after feeling the sudden pressure. Shang-Chi, we've gotten into big trouble this time. How is this a little cat? Saint Eight said as he looked at the white tiger in front of him. You, what kind of demonic beast are you? Shang-Chi was also shocked by the pressure and immediately said with a guarded expression. Take a closer look at what breed of kitten I am. White Tiger smiled at the two of them. He was going to teach these two ignorant demons a lesson today. Shang-Chi, we seem to be really finished. He seems to be the white tiger. After Saint Eight regained his composure, he carefully looked at the white tiger in front of him. He wouldn't have known if he hadn't looked, but he was shocked when he saw it. How was the little white cat in front of him? That was clearly the immortal beast White Tiger. An existence that they did not even dare to meet. White Tiger, how was that possible? Why would the white tiger appear in this place? Shang-Chi was also extremely panicked. At the same time, he was also puzzled. Why would a divine beast like the white tiger bend down in this place? This didn't make sense at all. There was no reason for the white tiger to appear in this place. Saint Xingqi, what should we do now? Saint Eight's benevolent smile had completely frozen on his face. No one had expected that the cute little kitten he had just mentioned was actually a white tiger. Titanite's operation will be temporarily cancelled. Xingqi whispered in fear. The two of them were prepared to deal with Xiao Changtian, but they weren't prepared to deal with this white tiger. Such a terrifying white tiger, even if it was someone else, they might not be able to deal with it. What, you two still want to run? Let me tell you, once you enter this small courtyard, don't even think about leaving. The white tiger looked at the two demons in front of him and said without any sympathy. Today, he wanted to use the two demons to vent his anger. Bye. Lord White Tiger, we didn't mean to offend you. Please be magnanimous and let us go. Seeing the white tiger approaching them bit by bit, Xingqi immediately begged for mercy. The two of them didn't expect that before they could deal with Xiao Changtian, they would be killed by the white tiger. Ha 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 ha, even if you two beg for mercy now, it's useless. When the two of you stepped into this small courtyard, your ending was destined. The white tiger did not have the slightest pity for the people of the demon race. Moreover, these two demons had wanted to find trouble with their master in the beginning. How could the white tiger let them off so easily? Bye. Lord White Tiger, You're so mighty, we don't dare to resist you at all. You're so elegant, handsome, and so powerful. How can you be calculative with us demons? Xingqi had no other choice now. If this white tiger insisted on not letting them leave, then they really wouldn't be able to leave. Besides, we didn't do anything even if we entered this courtyard. I beg you, please spare us. Saint Eight was also frightened. At the same time, he swore in his heart that he would never like kittens again. The two of you don't need to beg for mercy from this lord anymore. No matter what you say, this lord will not let you off today. As the white tiger spoke, it grabbed the two demons in its hands. If you find any errors, ads pop up, ads redirect, broken links, non-standard content, etc., please let us know to report so we can fix it as soon as possible. Chapter 9:14, Almost, 1, White Tiger, how can you be so unreasonable? At this moment, Qilin's voice came from behind the white tiger. You actually enjoyed the devil race alone here and didn't tell me. Qilin had been following White Tiger around with nothing to do these days. But he did not expect that the White Tiger would actually capture two demons today. Saint Xingqi, then, could that fellow be a Kirin? Upon hearing this voice, Eighth Sage looked at Qilin and said. This place was really terrifying. It was clearly a dilapidated small courtyard. Why were there so many terrifying immortal beasts inside? Ha ha ha, that's right, you guessed right. I am the Qilin. Qilin said with a smile after hearing Xingba. No matter what, he had to get the white tiger to give him a demon later. Milords, we really didn't do it on purpose. Please let us go. Xingqi had never thought that the white tiger was already terrifying enough. Now, there was actually a Qilin. Wasn't this the end for them? You'd better keep your voice down. If you disturb Master's resting, you too will be in big trouble. After hearing Xingqi's shout, the white tiger glared at him and said fiercely. Gotcha. However, just as White Tiger finished speaking, Xiao Changshan's door opened in an instant. If you two dare to make any more noise, I'll skin you alive. Xiao Changtian was almost angered to death by the White Tiger. He was sleeping soundly when he heard the White Tiger making a noise outside, causing his beautiful dream to be interrupted. Now that he opened the door and saw Qilin with him, he could not help but say to the two beasts. Awo! Xiao Changshan's shout frightened the two beasts. They didn't expect their movements to be so big. She had woken up her master so quickly. At this moment, Seventh Saint seized the opportunity and pulled Eighth Saint away. Xiao Changtian didn't even notice it. Damn it, those two demons ran away. Looking at the commotion behind him, the white tiger said angrily. Little White, did you hear what I said? Let me tell you, if you dare to wake me up again, I'll beat you to death. Xiao Changtian looked at him talking to the white tiger, but the white tiger was still ignoring him. He was instantly furious. Meow, meow. White Tiger said to Xiao Changtian with a guilty conscience. Wasn't he here to help Master? Why was Master so angry? Xiao Changtian glared at him before returning to his room. Fortunately. Good, fortunately, I still held back before I left. After escaping from the White Tiger and Qilin, Saint 7 and Saint 8 heaved a long sigh of relief. If Shang-Chi hadn't found a teleportation artifact in the demon race's treasure vault, they would probably have really died in that small courtyard. Shang-Chi, that small courtyard is too terrifying. Not only is there a Qilin, but there is also a White Tiger. Moreover, he heard them say that they still had that master. Saint 8 said with lingering fear. Do you think their master is the Xiao Changtian we are dealing with? I think I heard that voice just now. The more Saint 8 thought about it, the more terrified he felt. That person actually dared to be the master of the White Tiger and the Qilin. Then what realm had his strength reached? Impossible, how could that Xiao Changtian be so powerful? Besides, you haven't even seen Xiao Changtian before, so how can you be so sure that the voice belongs to Xiao Changtian? Shang-Chi didn't want to believe this fact, so he lied to himself. Let's not worry about this for now. Let's meet up with the Holy Maiden first. Damn it, but if we go, we'll definitely be laughed at by them. Saint 7 said to Saint 8. Because at this moment, they clearly realized that with their strength, it would be difficult to enter the small courtyard, let alone deal with Xiao Changtian. On the other side, in a small courtyard. I'm so angry. The demon that I got actually ran away. Qilin said angrily as he looked at the fleeing demons. If it wasn't for those two demons causing such a huge commotion, how could they have alarmed Master? However, it was best not to let him see the two of them next time. If he saw the two of them, he would definitely not show mercy to the two demons. Sigh, this time, I inexplicably provoked Master again. I wonder when Master will let me out. White Tiger said helplessly as he watched Xiao Changtian close the door. He clearly didn't do anything. Why did all the bad things happen to him? Hey, White Tiger, do you know what you're doing? Seeing the White Tiger's aggrieved expression, the Qilin smiled and said to him. What do I call this? The White Tiger asked in confusion. You're called the legendary scapegoat. Ha ha ha. Qilin looked at the White Tiger as if he was watching a joke. You Qilin, if you dare to laugh at me again, I'll really be angry. Ha ha, I'm just joking. Why are you so angry? At that moment. Yo, Shang-Chi and Xingba, are you two done scouting? Saintess 3 stood in place and saw Saint 7 and Saint 8 walking over from afar. How is it? Shang-Chi and Xingba, what important news did you two find out tonight? The third Saintess looked at the two of them and knew that the two of them definitely did not gain anything tonight. Don't mention it. I didn't expect their small courtyard to be so terrifying. Shang-Chi could only helplessly shake his head. Didn't you say that you can handle it? Why was he so dejected now? Wasn't it just a little Changtian? Saintess 3 held back her laughter as she looked at the two of them. However, what did the two of you see? Why are you so dejected? Daoist Han Yi could not help but ask. Did Xiao Changtian notice them? If Xiao Changtian sensed that they were about to make a move, then they would be in trouble. No, we found a White Tiger and a Qilin in Xiao Changshan's courtyard. Saint 8 still felt some lingering fear when he said this. This time, it was all thanks to the teleportation device that Shang-Chi had obtained from the treasure vault. Otherwise, the two of them would not be able to come back tonight. What? White tiger. There's also the Qilin. After hearing the names of these two immortal beasts, the others present were completely shocked. Are you two joking? Did you really see the white tiger and the Qilin? The fourth holy maiden, who didn't speak much, asked in disbelief. Do we have any reason to lie to you about this? If it wasn't for Xingqi's teleportation artifact, we would have been dead by now. Xingba said helplessly to the people in front of him. Chapter 9:15, Casanova, 1, but aren't the white tiger and the Qilin immortal beasts? How could it appear in this place? The third saintess was very surprised at this moment. How could an immortal beast of that level appear there? Could it be that Xiao Changshan's realm has already reached such a terrifying level? Even White Tiger and Qilin were by his side. At this moment, Daoist Han Yi narrowed his eyes and muttered. How is that possible? Could an immortal beast of that level follow anyone casually? The third saintess immediately retorted. She didn't believe that Xiao Changshan's power had reached such a level. That kind of strength was something that even the demon masters of their demon race could not compare to. We haven't come to a conclusion on this matter yet, but we already know that the small courtyard is extraordinary, so we can't act rashly. Xingqi looked at them and said slowly. With the experience gained from the previous game, this time, no matter what, Xingqi would not be rash. The next day, Xiao Changtian walked out of the house at dawn. It was all that Xiao Bei's fault last night. He didn't sleep well for the rest of the night. Forget it, he'll go find the great elder of the heavenly meteoric pavilion to get the spirit tree seed today. Xiao Changtian said and walked out of the door. Fortunately, Master didn't settle the score later. Otherwise, we're done for. The white tiger watched as Xiao Changtian walked out of the small courtyard without turning back, and finally heaved a sigh of relief. Xiao Changtian soon arrived at the entrance of the Pavilion of Heavenly Secrets. Senior, if you are looking for the Great Elder, please come inside. When the guards at the door saw Xiao Changtian, they immediately went up to him enthusiastically. Because the Pavilion Master of the Pavilion of Heavenly Secrets had given an order that if he met Xiao Changtian in the future, he would definitely receive him with the highest treatment in the Pavilion of Heavenly Secrets. This treatment was completely different from the first time Xiao Changtian came to the Pavilion of Heavenly Secrets. How can you be so passionate? The guard welcomed Xiao Changtian in with such enthusiasm that Xiao Changtian felt a little embarrassed. Senior, this is what we should do. Please wait here. Well, go and call the Great Elder now. After the guard escorted Xiao Changtian into a luxurious room, he quickly turned around and left. Senior, I didn't expect you to come so early. Not long after, the first elder walked over. After seeing Xiao Changtian, he immediately said. Aren't you thinking of finding the spirit tree seeds as soon as possible? Xiao Changtian smiled at the great elder. He had to save up enough crystals to exchange for space coordinates. Senior, don't worry. I've already prepared the news of the spirit tree seed for you. Before Xiao Changtian could finish, the great elder of the Pavilion of Heavenly Secrets took out a small wooden cylinder. Senior, I'm afraid I can't go with you to search for the spirit tree seed this time. The great elder of the Pavilion of Heavenly Secrets had wanted to go with Xiao Changtian. However, the Pavilion of Heavenly Secrets told him that they couldn't find the last spirit tree seed, so they asked him to stay and look for the last one. It's okay, Big Elder, things, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, Xiao Changtian didn't care too much. Without the help of the Pavilion of Heavenly Secrets, he would only be in a little trouble. After receiving the news from the great elder of the Pavilion of Heavenly Secrets, Xiao Changtian happily returned to the glorious Star Tower. After all, he had to pack up early and set off. Baldy, I heard that all the women of the snake were sent to this place. At this moment, not far from Star's town, a fiendish-looking man with a full beard looked in the direction of Star's town and said. How did those lamia get sent to this place? The town did not look prosperous. After hearing that person's words, a fair-skinned monk muttered. Who cares why he was sent here? We just need to kidnap them and bring them back. It just so happens that this town is so small. There definitely aren't any experts in it. There won't be many obstacles for us to take action. The bearded man laughed loudly and said, the two of them had spent a lot of effort to find these snake girls. At first, they went to the barbarian sect. He didn't expect to find out after waiting for half a month that these snake girls had been sent to a place called Star Town. In order to obtain these snake girls, the two of them did not care about anything else and rushed to Star Town without stopping. Now, the snake girl they wanted was right in front of them in Star Town. How could the two of them not be excited? These two people were not any other experts, but rather, they were the famous rapist of the Jade Lake Sacred World. The bearded man was called Li Xiuxiu, and the bald monk was called Wang Lele. This was because the names of the two people did not match their identities. Therefore, the Jade Lake Sacred World usually addressed them as Baldy and Beard. The two of them were famous in this line of work. There was probably no one in the entire Jade Lake Sacred World who did not know their names. Moreover, they had never failed since the beginning. This place doesn't look simple. If there's really nothing here, would that old pervert, the sect master of the barbarian sect, send those snake girls over? The bald man looked at the beard and curled his lips. Even if there are experts, so what? The two of us have the strength of the sage sect. Together, we are existences that can do whatever we want in the Jade Lake Sacred World. Was he still afraid of the experts in this small town? The bearded man said to the bald man indifferently. He did not believe that this place could produce any experts. Beard had never failed before. In short, it's best to be careful. After the bald man finished speaking, he slowly walked into Star's town. At this moment it was not even noon yet, but there were already many people in the Glorious Star restaurant. Ever since Xiao Changtian pulled these snake girls to perform while customers were eating, the business of Xinhua restaurant had risen to a new height. In the past, one could line up to eat at the Glorious Star restaurant, but now, if one wanted to eat at the Glorious Star restaurant, not only did they have to line up, but they also had to make an appointment several days or even a week in advance. Hence, Glorious Star restaurant became the most popular restaurant in Star Town. Therefore, many people couldn't even get in line to have lunch here today. Senior, are you preparing to set off again? The white beast asked as Xiao Changtian walked out of the Glorious Star Tower. Yes, it'll have to trouble you guys for the next few days. I'm going to continue searching for the spirit tree seeds. Xiao Changtian smiled at the white beast. To put it bluntly, ever since he became the boss of the Glorious Star restaurant, he had completely become a hands-off shopkeeper. He had not cared much about the matters in the Glorious Star restaurant. Senior, don't worry. We'll be fine here. The white beast smiled at Xiao Changtian. In any case, they were the ones who benefited from following Senior. They were eager to help Senior. Chapter 9:16, Breaking into Glorious Star Restaurant, 1, in front of the Xinhua building in Xingchen Town. Damn, Baldy, are you sure Snake Girl is in here? The beard looked at the monk beside him and asked in surprise. It was not because of anything else, but because there were too many people in this place. It looked like they were about to overflow. Good, how could I have smelled the scent of Snake Girl wrongly? When I was outside Stellar Town, I had already smelled their fishy scent. Although I don't know why these snake girls are here, I'm sure they're definitely in this restaurant. Although Baldy was also surprised that Snake Girl would appear in this place, he would never find the wrong place. Your nose is the best at sniffing women. The bearded man laughed after hearing the bald man's words. In that case, let's go in and take a look. With that, the beard took the lead and walked in. Hey, hey, hey. Did the two of you make an appointment? Just as the bearded man and the bald man reached the entrance of the Glorious Star restaurant, the white beast stopped them. In the past 2 days, there had been quite a number of people who wanted to eat without a reservation. White Beast and the others had put in a lot of effort to stop these people. Looking at the dumbfounded faces of the two people in front of him, the White Beast knew that these two people definitely did not have an appointment. No, just how high class is this restaurant? Do you need to make an appointment for a meal? The beard said impatiently when he saw the White Beast stop them. This customer, although our Xianhua restaurant is not a high-class restaurant, our business is booming. If you don't make an appointment in advance, you can't just enter like this. The White Beast smiled at the bearded man and replied. It couldn't be helped. Ever since Snake Girl had moved into Glorious Star Restaurant, the restaurant's business had been unusually booming. It was packed with people every day. Amitba. Beard, if that's the case, we shouldn't go in. The bald man couldn't help but say when he saw this. F*CK, isn't it just a lousy restaurant? How dare you have such high standards? So annoying, Baldy, are we just going to leave like this? The bearded man said unwillingly when he saw the bald man persuading him to go back first. This customer, I think you shouldn't be unreasonable. Our Glorious Star restaurant has its own rules. If you're not satisfied, you don't have to come. The White Beast smiled at him. He had seen too many guests like this. If he couldn't be soft, he had to be tough. Huh, what an arrogant tone. To put it bluntly, aren't you just a waiter in a restaurant? How dare you stop us? Do you know what our strength is? After hearing the White Beast's words, the beard was even more furious. A waiter was actually so arrogant. Was this considered to be coming at them? If they did not teach him a lesson, then their strength would be in vain. Good, beard, don't be rash. We still have to think about this matter. The bald man grabbed the bearded man who was about to attack and shook his head. You really have no manners. Humph, if you want to fight us head-on, we'll be there for you anytime. The White Beast rolled its eyes at the bearded man and walked away disdainfully. Baldy, why are you stopping me? That kid is too arrogant. I have to teach him a lesson. The beard was very angry at this moment. That kid only had the strength of a sacred sovereign at a glance. A small sacred sovereign actually dared to show off his skills in front of an expert. He was probably tired of living. Beard, don't be rash. Since he dares to treat us like this, it means that there must be some powerful expert inside. It's definitely not appropriate for us to go there rashly. The bald man shook his head. The reason why they had never failed was because Baldy was very careful with everything he did. As the saying goes, it's better to be careful. Well, do it at night. The bald man said to the bearded man and walked into the distance. On the other side, Xiao Changtian had just walked to a place not far from Star Town. No, I can't let that Pishio stay at home this time. What if that Pai Shio ran away when Ling wasn't paying attention and went to steal gold coins from other people's houses? At that time, it would be embarrassing for you. Xiao Changtian felt ashamed when he recalled that so many residents of Xingqian town had gone to his small courtyard to ask for gold coins. No, this time we have to bring Pishio with us. After saying that, Xiao Changtian, who was walking forward, immediately stopped and quickly turned back in the opposite direction. At that moment, inside the Glorious Star Tower. Today, there was another person who wanted to barge into the Glorious Star restaurant, but I stopped him. To be honest, our Glorious Star restaurant's business is really too hot. The White Beast looked at Lorraine and the others and chatted. It's not just popular. Not only our starry town, but also many people from the nearby villages and cities want to come to our Glorious Star restaurant. It's normal for them to want to barge in and eat. Lorraine nodded and said. I've seen it. The customers who made reservations this week might not even be able to get a slot the week after. That's right. Senior's move is really impressive. This snake girl is simply the glorious Star Tower's cash cow. Li Jing sighed. On the other side, Beard and Baldy were sitting in another tea house. Waiter, I want to ask you about the Glorious Star restaurant. Beard looked at the waiter and asked. You two look like you're from another city. That Glorious Star restaurant is the most popular restaurant in our star town. No, it's the most popular restaurant within 100 miles of our town. When the waiter heard that these two people were actually here to ask about the Glorious Star restaurant, he immediately put down the teapot in his hand and said. Well said, benefactor. You said that Glorious Star restaurant is the most popular restaurant within 100 miles, isn't that a little too exaggerated? The bald man said in disbelief. That restaurant was so popular, so why was Snake Girl sent there? Aya, you two must be foreigners. You don't know anything about Glorious Star restaurant. The waiter looked at the two of them and became more and more enthusiastic. The food in Xinghua restaurant was originally good to eat and cheap. Starry Tower had been very famous since the beginning, but recently, Starry Tower had launched another feature. The waiter looked at the two of them and said slowly. Although this waiter had never eaten at the Glorious Star restaurant, he knew it like the back of his hand. What specialty? Hearing the waiter's words, the bald man asked with some doubt. Could it be that the owner of the Glorious Star restaurant was out of his mind to let Snake Girl perform in the Glorious Star restaurant? That is to let Snake Girl perform in the Glorious Star restaurant. The waiter chuckled at the two of them. Snake Girl, that's a real Snake Girl. There were only a few Snake Girls in the Jade Lake sacred world. When the waiter thought of this, tears unconsciously flowed out of his mouth. Chapter 9:17, Taking Action in the Dark. 1. What is it? What do you mean? There's a Snake Girl performing in Xinghua Tower. Hearing the waiter's words, Beard could not help but widen his eyes and ask. Because it was a female, it was very precious. If anyone managed to get their hands on Snake Girl, they would lock her at home and not let her see anyone. Most people would treasure these lamia. And now, the waiter was saying that these Snake Girls were actually performing in public. This was simply too unbelievable. Good, benefactor. You can't speak nonsense. After the bald man heard this, he looked at the waiter's serious face and twirled the Buddha beads in his hand. Hey, no, why would I lie to you? If you two foreigners don't believe me, go ask around in town. Everyone knew about this. The waiter looked at the two of them as if they were fools. Hey, waiter, come and get me a glass of water. All right. Then, the two of them did not speak. The waiter was called away. Baldy, is what the waiter said true? Why does it feel like it's fake? Is he lying to us? After the waiter left, the bearded man looked at the bald man in disbelief and asked. That waiter is just a mortal. I don't think he would lie to us. The bald man narrowed his eyes and looked into the distance. Baldy, why don't the two of us go somewhere else to ask? I keep feeling that this matter is impossible. Who would be so stupid as to let those Snake Girls dance in a restaurant? The more the beard thought about it, the more he didn't believe what the waiter had said. To put it bluntly, the price of a Snake Girl was equivalent to the price of a high-grade magic tool. Who would be so foolish as to let these Snake Girls perform in a restaurant? I can only ask elsewhere. To be honest, this penniless monk doesn't quite believe what he said. After the bald man nodded at the monk, the two of them stood up and left. Aya, there are so many people in the Glorious Star restaurant. Forget it, they'll go back to my small courtyard first. At this moment, Xiao Changtian had returned to Star Town. He stood on the main street of Star Town and looked at Star Glory Tower. Hey, do you know why the business in this Glorious Star restaurant is so good? Just as Xiao Changtian finished sighing, the bearded man and the bald man appeared beside him. They wanted to go to another tea house to ask, but after thinking about it, they decided that it would be more convenient to just grab someone on the street and ask. Coincidentally, just as the two of them had this thought, Xiao Changtian appeared. "What? Are you asking me?" Looking at the monk and the burly man behind him, Xiao Changtian turned around in confusion. "Yes, it's you. Do you know why business is so good in Xinghua restaurant?" The beard looked at Xiao Changtian and repeated impatiently. "What else could it be? It must be because the dishes in Xinghua restaurant were cheap and delicious." Xiao Changtian didn't expect the two of them to be so accurate in judging people. They immediately asked the boss of the Star Glory restaurant. As for why the Glorious Star restaurant's business was so booming, Xiao Changtian naturally had to praise it. "No, we're asking if there's a snake girl in the game." The beard looked at Xiao Changtian and couldn't help but say. He didn't know if this person was playing dumb with them. "Snake girl?" Xiao Changtian looked at Beard and then at the monk beside him. He was surprised. Why did this monk look so indecent? Could it be that he had seen wrongly? Xiao Changtian wouldn't be surprised if others asked about Snake Girl. However, this person was accompanied by a monk. It didn't seem appropriate. "Why are you so slow like a woman? I'm just asking you if there's a snake girl in the Glorious Star restaurant. Just answer me." Hu Zi looked at Xiao Changtian and his face showed a faint anger. This person was really slow. If there weren't so many people, he would have already attacked this person. How can there be none? Xiao Changtian looked at the burly man who was looking at him threateningly. "Therefore," he said with some fear. It was obvious that this burly man was not to be trifled with. He should leave quickly. After saying that, Xiao Changtian quickly ran towards the courtyard. "Good, Beard. He's just a mortal. Why are you so fierce to him?" The bald man looked at the bearded man and shook his head. "Motherf *Ker, a mortal dares to speak so slowly to this daddy. If it wasn't for the fact that there were so many people around, would definitely have attacked." The beard said impatiently. "But I can be sure now. There was indeed a snake girl in the Glorious Star restaurant." Baldy couldn't understand what the person who asked Snake Girl to perform was thinking. Was his brain fried? "Baldy, now that we know, should we barge in?" The bearded man looked at the bald man and asked again. "Good, Beard, when can you stop being so rude? If we go in and rob them openly, won't we be exposed?" The bald man looked at the bearded man and said helplessly. "Baldy, do you have any good plans? Could it be that he would wait until the moon was dark and the wind was high before taking action?" Beard looked at Baldy and asked slowly. The two of them had taken advantage of the dead of night to rest the women in the room. They had started to act secretly, so they had never failed. Moreover, there were only legends of the two of them in the Jade Lake sacred world. There were very few people who had actually seen the two of them. It could even be said that almost no one had seen these two rapists. In that case, let's wait until it's dark before taking action. It just so happens that there are so many people now, so it's not convenient for us to make a move. The bearded man and the bald man discussed and decided on the plan. At the same time, Saint 3 and the rest of the people outside Xiao Changshan's small courtyard were all empty. What happened? That Xiao Changtian seems to have disappeared. Xing Qi looked at them and said. "I've been guarding that small courtyard and that Glorious Star restaurant. Xiao Changtian hasn't returned since he left the small courtyard this morning. Damn it, did we let him escape?" "That's impossible." The third saintess asked curiously. "If Xiao Changtian wasn't in these two places, where else could he be?" Quick, I see it. I see Xiao Changtian returning to his courtyard." At this moment, the fourth saintess ran over and said to these people. The few of you should hurry up and follow. I didn't know when Xiao Changtian would leave again, because I saw that he seemed to have come back to get something. Immediately after, the fourth holy maiden urged the few people behind her. If Xiao Changtian ran away, they didn't know where to find him. Then, these demon race people walked toward Xiao Changshan's courtyard in a mighty manner. Alright, well, just wait here. The demonic beasts in the small courtyard were too terrifying. Shang-Chi looked at Xiao Changshan's courtyard and said with lingering fear. If not for their luck yesterday, the two of them would have died. Chapter 9:18, Taking Pixiu Away. 1. Senior, didn't you leave? Why are you back? Feng Ling who was in the courtyard, immediately went up to Xiao Changtian and asked. Ling I thought about it. I'm really worried about leaving this Pixiu in the courtyard. Xiao Changtian looked at Feng Ling and said slowly. Senior, are you complaining that Ling didn't take good care of the Pixiu? After hearing Xiao Changshan's words, Feng Ling immediately said aggrievedly. She also knew that she was partly responsible for what Pixiu had done this time. If it wasn't because she didn't guard Pixiu well, Pixiu wouldn't have stolen the gold coins from others and embarrassed his senior. Ling how can you be blamed for this? Pixiu is so cunning, it's quite tiring to take care of it normally. Don't worry, I don't blame you for this at all. Xiao Changtian looked at Feng Ling's aggrieved face and quickly went up to comfort her. Then senior, what do you mean by taking Pixiu away? Of course, Feng Ling knew that Xiao Changtian didn't blame her. If Xiao Changtian blamed her, she wouldn't be so comfortable in this small courtyard. I thought about it and decided to let him stay by my side. That would be safer. Originally, Xiao Changtian didn't want to bring Pixiu along, but when he thought about what had happened before, his face turned pale. Therefore, he had no choice but to come back. Alright, Ling don't think too much about this matter. Just stay in this small courtyard and help me take care of these animals. Xiao Changtian smiled at Feng Ling and went to find Pixiu. Hey, look at that Pixiu. He's so funny. Even Master is worried about him now. I'm going to bring it with me. The white tiger looked at its master looking for Pixiu's figure and could not help but mock him. Don't laugh. Be careful, Master will come to catch you later. Black Tortoise glanced at the smiling white tiger and said slowly. Black Tortoise didn't expect that Pixiu would do such a thing. Looking at the Pixiu that was caught by Xiao Changtian, he could only shake his head and sigh. Pixiu, in order to put an end to your behavior last time, I've decided that you'll go out with me this time. Xiao Changtian grabbed the back of Pixiu's neck and said. Oh woo. Pixiu thought that his master wanted to let him go free, but he didn't expect his master to want him to go with him this time. It was really tiring. Why? You don't look willing. However, you don't have to struggle, even if you're unwilling. I won't let you stay here either. Xiao Changtian didn't show any mercy to Pixiu. Pixiu stayed by his side and he watched it, so it wouldn't do anything too much. Oh woo. Pixiu saw that Xiao Changtian had no room for negotiation, so he could not help but cry out in grievance. Xiao Changtian didn't have the slightest bit of sympathy. He looked at Pixiu and brought him out of the courtyard. He's out. Xiao Changtian has come out of the courtyard. The demon race man who had been waiting outside Xiao Changshan's courtyard shouted loudly when he saw Xiao Changtian come out. We have to follow him quickly. I don't know what Xiao Changtian is going to do. The third saintess said to the few of them and took the lead to quietly follow. Xiao Changtian brought Pixiu and passed by Glorious Star Restaurant again. Oh woo. When they arrived at the Glorious Star Restaurant, Pixiu howled again. You little brat, what do you want to do now? I won't let you go to the Glorious Star Restaurant to eat gold coins. Xiao Changtian couldn't help but say as he watched Pixiu howl. But this time, Pai Xiu didn't want to go to the Glorious Star restaurant to eat gold coins. Instead, he saw two rapists in the distance. "Yo, Baldy, I see that person again." That person seemed to be holding a Pai Xiu in his arms. The beard also noticed Xiao Changtian from afar. He looked at the Pai Xiu in Xiao Changshan's arms and said with a smile. "Good, do you still want that Pai Xiu?" The bald man couldn't help but say when he saw Beard's appearance. "You don't know the use of this Pai Xiu. He can not only help you find gold coins. You can even find treasured weapons. There were many benefits to having this thing." At this moment, the beard was interested in the Pai Xiu in Xiao Changshan's arms. "Baldy, why don't you go over first? I'll go take a look in front." When Baldy heard the beard's words, he shook his head. This guy was probably trying to snatch the Pai Xiu again. Who cares? Anyway, that mortal had no use for the Pai Xiu. He might as well give it to them. "Hey, kid, we meet again." The beard walked to Xiao Changtian and said. "Ha! Ha, big brother, what do you want?" Looking at the burly man who appeared in front of him again, Xiao Changtian was still a little scared. "I don't want to do anything. I just want to see the Pai Xiu in your arms." The beard smiled sinisterly at Xiao Changtian. If this mortal dared not let him see, then he would have to teach this mortal a lesson no matter what. "No, my Pai Xiu is very naughty. Brother, if you look at him, I'm afraid he'll scratch you." Although Xiao Changtian was very angry with the Pai Xiu, he knew that this burly man in front of him wanted to snatch his Pai Xiu. How could he let him succeed? "Hey, you guys look at that, aren't you seniors?" At this moment, the white beast on the second floor of the Glorious Star restaurant turned around and saw Xiao Changtian and the burly man beside him. D***mn, why didn't that person give up? He actually went to look for Senior. The white beast looked at the brawny man. Wasn't he the one he chased away this morning? Uncle Wujiang, Elder Su, Lai Jing, that person was actually looking for trouble with Senior in front of the Glorious Star restaurant. The white beast wanted to go down and help Xiao Changtian. "No, white beast, do you see Senior still standing there calmly?" This meant that he didn't take that person seriously at all. Limitless couldn't help but say. "If we go over rashly like this, what if Senior gets annoyed?" Limitless could sense that the bearded man had the strength of a glory sect, and a person with the strength of a glory sect was not something that the Senior would take seriously. "That's right, white beast, you're too excited. That sage sect, Senior can't be bothered to look at him." Lai Jing chimed in. At this moment, Xiao Changtian looked at the burly man in front of him with a serious face. "I advise you not to go too far. I won't give you this Pai Xiu so easily." Xiao Changtian didn't expect that the bearded man would try to snatch it away from him even though he didn't want to give it to him. In broad daylight, there was no law. System, quickly test how many cultivation points this person has. He's actually so arrogant. Finally, Xiao Changtian asked the system. Chapter 919, Beard Beat, 1, Ding, Test Successful. This person's cultivation is 10 points. After hearing Xiao Changshan's words, the system's voice immediately sounded. "What is it? System? You didn't test wrongly, did you?" When Xiao Changtian heard that his cultivation base was at 10 points, he was stunned. Then, he asked the system in disbelief. "Ding, please do not doubt the professionalism of the system." The system smiled at Xiao Changtian. F***ck, this sixth brother only has a total of 10 points of cultivation, and he actually dares to wander around in front of me. Xiao Changtian didn't expect the burly man in front of him to look so fierce. He thought that his strength would be very strong, but he didn't expect it to be only 10 points. What kind of look is that? Let me tell you, I'll count to 5. If you don't hand over the pai shio in your arms, then I'm going to snatch it from you. The beard saw that Xiao Changtian didn't speak for a long time, so he said to Xiao Changtian impatiently. Snatch? Hee hee, you're so bold. I'd like to see what you're capable of today. Xiao Changtian put down the pai shio in his arms and clenched his fists. Ha ha ha, a mere mortal dares to provoke an expert from Glory Sect. I think you've lived enough today. Since you've lived enough, I won't be polite. After the beard finished speaking, he rushed towards Xiao Changtian. However, just as Hu Zi was about to reach Xiao Changtian slapped Hu Zi's face. You! The beard didn't expect Xiao Changshan's slap to be so powerful. He was obviously a powerhouse of Glory Sect, but Xiao Changtian had slapped him so hard that his head was buzzing. F***ck, why are you pretending in front of me? Wasn't he just a little scary? Today, I will teach you a good lesson. After Xiao Changtian finished speaking to the beard, he turned to face the other side of the beard. You mother f***. Before his beard could recover, Xiao Changshan's other slap landed on his face. Immediately after, Beard felt the entire sky spin, and his eyes instantly went black. The beard's face was instantly swollen like a pig's head. It looked very funny. Looking at your self-righteous look, I know that you must have done many such things in the past. But today, you met me. I won't let you go so easily. After Xiao Changtian finished speaking, he slapped his face, which was as swollen as a pig's head. Xiao Changshan's action instantly attracted the attention of many people. Oh my god, the boss of the Star Tower is so fierce. That's right. I didn't expect the owner of the Glorious Star Restaurant to not only cook so well, but also have such powerful martial arts skills. However, the owner of Xinghua Restaurant slapped him until he looked like a pig's head. Wow, you're so handsome. I want to marry you, boss of Xinghua Restaurant. The surrounding people were instantly attracted by Xiao Changshan's handsome figure. Look, white beast, I told you that person would be taught a lesson by Senior. Lai Jing, who was upstairs, also admired Xiao Changshan's actions. That person is really unlucky. He could have offended anyone, but he had to offend Senior. Even Lorraine couldn't help but sympathize with the bearded man. What happened? How did this happen? At this moment, Beard was stunned by Xiao Changshan's slap. He could not believe that this mortal in front of him was actually so powerful. Was he really a mortal? I'll teach you a good lesson today. Let's see if you still dare to do it in the future. If you dare to do such a thing in broad daylight again, I'll beat you up every time I see you. At this moment, Xiao Changtian finally stopped. He looked at the bearded man in front of him who had been beaten into a pig's head and said fiercely. At this moment, Beard, who had been beaten into a pig's head by Xiao Changtian, had lost the ability to think. At this moment, he felt his mind go blank. Beard, what's wrong with you? At this moment, the bald man ran out of the crowd and looked at the bearded man who had been beaten into a pig's head. He said in surprise. The bearded man in front of him was really too miserable. Not only was he beaten into a pig's head, but blood was also flowing from the corner of his mouth. The bridge of his nose seemed to be crooked. Gulp. Blame Uncle Goose. When the beard saw the bald man, it was as if he had seen his savior. Although his mouth was already beaten so hard that he could not speak. However, he still shouted for help when he saw the bald man. Ha, this person really deserves it. That's right. I saw him trying to rob the owner of the Glorious Star Restaurant in broad daylight. No wonder. He deserved to be taught a lesson by the boss of Star Tower. When the surrounding people saw Beard being beaten up like this, they all clapped and cheered. That bearded man was obviously not a good person. Good, Beard, let's go. The bald man had never lost so much face before. The people around them were pointing at them. Baldy could not help but leave with his beard. Humph! Little brat, you dare to fight me? Go back and practice for another 500 years before coming out to rob. Xiao Changtian said disdainfully as he watched the bald monk take the bearded man away. He had thought that the bearded man was awesome. In the end, he dared to show off his skills in front of an expert with such strength. He was really courting death. Oh whoa! At this moment, even Pai Xiu could not help but cheer for Xiao Changtian. He didn't expect that his master would actually beat up that disgusting bearded man for his sake. It seemed that his master still loved him. Tisk, tsk, that bearded man is really pitiful. Of all people, he had to offend Xiao Changtian. At this moment, even the demon standing in the dark could not help but laugh at this scene. On the other side, the bald man quickly walked out of Star's town with his beard. Beard, what's going on? Wasn't that person immortal? How did you end up like this? Looking at the bearded man in front of him with a bruised face, the bald man said with a trembling heart. After being beaten to such a state, it would hurt no matter what. It would last for 10 days to half a month. Melon head, spicy. How spicy? He's not a criminal. At this moment, the bald man finally regained some of his strength. He looked at the bald man and spoke incoherently. What do you mean by not immortal? How is that possible? At that time, we clearly saw that he was immortal. Although the bearded man was not speaking clearly, the bald man still understood what he meant. However, Baldy refused to believe that the person was not an ordinary person. They had seen with their own eyes that Xiao Changtian had no spiritual power at all. A person like that had actually beaten his beard into such a state. Chapter 920, Mermaid Race, 1, Melon Head, I don't believe you. What the goose says is like sucking in words. Before the bearded man arrived, the bald head did not believe what he said, so he immediately said anxiously. Amitba. Beard, don't worry. It's not that I don't believe what you said. Instead, they were wondering how that mortal could use such a powerful attack. Could it be that he had seen through us from the beginning and was just acting for us? The bald man immediately thought of this possibility. No. No way, Melon Head, then. Then aren't the geese bullies? The beard did not expect things to turn out like this. In an instant, his already swollen face became even uglier. Good, idiot. If you can't talk, then don't talk. The bald man glared at the beard helplessly. He wondered if the beard would learn his lesson after being beaten this time. We can't be so rash in this matter. And those snake girls, we can't do anything for the time being. Why? The beard did not understand. Wasn't he the one who was beaten up? What did it have to do with those snake girls? When you were beaten up, I heard the people around say that that person was the boss of Xinghua restaurant. The bald man glanced at his beard and said slowly. The bald man thought that he had heard wrongly. He did not expect that more and more people would say loudly that the owner of Xinghua restaurant was really amazing. Only then did the bald man react. The person they asked about was the owner of Xinghua restaurant. But Baldy couldn't understand why this person wanted those snake girls to perform in the building. How likely was it that he was the owner of Xinghua restaurant? At this moment, even the beard was extremely shocked. No wonder he was beaten up so badly by him. It turned out that he bore a grudge against him last time. Since that shop owner is so powerful, we can only ignore Snake Girl for the time being. Because we don't know if that expert will attack us again. The bald man thought for a moment and said slowly. Spicy, okay. Although the beard was unwilling, his face still hurt. The beard felt a wave of panic when he thought about how things would not be so simple if they continued to cause trouble. After all, he was an expert from Glory Sect. Not many people in the entire Jade Lake sacred world dared to offend an expert from Glory Sect. Even if they met an expert from Glory Sect, they would greet him respectfully. And it was experts like them who had been slapped by the boss of the flower house until their heads were dizzy and they almost fell to the ground. From this, it could be seen that the boss' strength was much stronger than theirs. No wonder the leader of the barbarian sect sent these snake girls here. It turned out that he wanted to curry favor with this expert. After that, the bald man and the beard left Starlight Town after a discussion. Their departure didn't mean that they had given up on Snake Girl, but that they had to find a suitable opportunity. Then, he would look for these Lamia. On the other side, Xiao Changtian led Pai Xiu on the path of searching for the spiritual tree seed. Where is the spirit tree seed this time? Why can't I understand this place? Xiao Changtian looked at the leather paper in his hand and muttered in confusion. Although he understood that the ripples described water, he could not understand the rest. Forget it, forget it. Since this direction points to the sea, we can only keep going east. Xiao Changtian muttered as he looked at the map. Xiao Changtian had inquired about the entire Jade Lake sacred world before. There was only a sea in the easternmost part of the world. Therefore, this time, Xiao Changtian wanted to bring Pai Xiu to the east. Saintis, look at Xiao Changtian. He's going to the sea. Saint Seven said as he watched Zhang Tian walk towards the east without hesitation. It seems that he is right, but if he goes to the sea, it will be difficult for us to do anything. The third Saintess looked at Xiao Changshan's back and said with narrowed eyes. This was because the entire Jade Lake sacred world did not only have the devil race and the human race. There was also the mermaid race in the easternmost sea of the Jade Lake sacred world. However, the merfolk did not participate in their struggles and lived in the sea all year round. Therefore, they did not know much about the mermaid race. Even if he goes to the tribe, we have to go with him. After all, Lord Demon God and Lord Demonic Flame don't have much time left for us. Daoist Hun Yi reminded from behind. That's right. Lord Emotion and Lord Emo Yen don't have much time left for us. We still haven't found a chance to make a move yet. Saintess 3 was also anxious because Xiao Changtian was too strong. They couldn't find a chance to attack him. At this moment, Xiao Changtian was walking slowly on the road with Pai Xiu. No, if we go to that place, it'll take years. Xiao Changtian sighed as he walked. If only he had a flying ship like the one he had taken with the great elder of the secret pavilion. Oh right, there should be a place with a spaceship like that. If it's cheap, let's take a seat. Xiao Changtian couldn't help but say. At this moment, inside the Pavilion of Heavenly Secrets in Star Town. Has Senior already set off? The Pavilion Master of the Heavenly Meteoric Pavilion asked the Great Elder of the Pavilion of Heavenly Secrets. Yes, Pavilion Master. Senior has already set off. The Great Elder of the Prophecy Pavilion replied. While Senior is gone, we need to hurry up and find news about the last spirit tree seed. The Pavilion Master of the Pavilion of Heavenly Secrets said with a serious expression. Last time, he had sent many people to search for the whereabouts of the last spirit tree seed, but the final result was fruitless. This matter had given the Pavilion Master of the Secret Pavilion a headache for a long time. But, Pavilion Master, where will the spirit tree seed be in the end? This was because they had promised Senior that the Heaven Chi Pavilion would provide information on the next few spirit tree seeds. They were still short of one more. If they couldn't take it out, Senior might do something to their secret pavilion. They'll have to trouble you with this matter. The Pavilion Master of the Pavilion of Heavenly Secrets nodded at the Great Elder. Xiao Changtian walked for a long time and finally saw a slightly larger city. This place looks like a place with a spaceship. Let's go to this place to take a look. Xiao Changtian looked at the city in front of him and nodded with satisfaction. Oh right, Pi Xiu, wait a moment. After taking 2 more steps forward, Xiao Changtian suddenly stopped. It was because he was a little too ostentatious to hold a pai xiu, because everyone knew the use of a pai xiu. If someone in this city targeted his pai xiu again, he would be in big trouble. Therefore, he had to think of a way to disguise pai xiu first. Wu. Pai xiu looked at Xiao Changtian in confusion when he heard Xiao Changshan's cry. If you find any errors, ads pop-up, ads redirect, broken links, non-standard content, etc., please let us know each report so we can fix it as soon as possible. You're tuning in to the Han Li's Wuxia Adventures YouTube channel. We're so grateful for your support, and don't forget to subscribe to join us on this incredible journey through captivating stories. Your generosity through donations truly makes a world of difference, as it's the primary source of revenue that allows me to expand and enhance this channel for you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for being a part of this adventure.